a young man accidentally bumped into a statue of a deity. Unexpectedly, a drop of his blood caused the statue to regain spiritual power. Soon, that drop of essence blood fell from the tip of a blade and just happened to land on his phone. The next day, his phone mysteriously received a prophetic message. A demolition team digging in an old urban village house would unexpectedly uncover an antique vase worth tens of millions. At first, the young man thought it was fake news and was about to delete it. But when he looked closely, he realized the address was actually his own home. So, with a try-it-and-see attitude, he went back home and started searching. After rummaging through everything, he actually found the antique vase. He immediately sold it for 10 million, instantly going from a poor nobody to a millionaire. What he didn't know was that the deity had blessed his phone, allowing him to foresee the future and rise to the top of life. Just then, his phone received another prophecy. A building at a local construction site would suddenly collapse, and the person in charge, Suin, would die in the accident. The young man thought Suin is the richest man in the world. If he could save him, not only would it bring honor to his ancestors, but he'd be set for life. So he went to the road the billionaire always passed. Soon enough, he saw the luxury car approaching and rushed out to stop it. After the old man got out, he thought the young man was trying to scam him. But the young man didn't explain much. He directly warned him about the building collapse and told him not to inspect the site that day, or the next year would be his death anniversary. However, the billionaire's granddaughter mocked him, saying their family built their fortune on construction and had strict quality control. His claim was nonsense. The old man assumed the young man just needed money and gave him some cash to send him away. Seeing that advice wouldn't help, the young man stopped insisting. But because he delayed them, when they arrived at the site, the building collapsed right after. The billionaire, having narrowly survived, realized the young man was no ordinary person. He immediately ordered his granddaughter to find him at all costs. Meanwhile, as the young man was walking away, his phone received another prophecy. A currency in the forex market that everyone looked down on would surge sharply the next day. As he was about to go make a huge trade, he suddenly saw his girlfriend getting into a luxury car. Shocked, he rushed over, only to find she was with a rich second-generation heir. He felt completely humiliated. But his girlfriend didn't care, saying he was just a low-level worker and didn't deserve to be compared to the rich heir. The rich heir, annoyed, called a group of thugs to beat him up. But just as they were about to act, dozens of luxury cars surrounded them. It was the female CEO arriving to repay him. She generously handed him a check for 10 million. When the thugs tried to act tough, she simply waved her hand, and her bodyguards subdued them instantly. The young man was then taken to her company, where the old billionaire had been waiting. He insisted on becoming sworn brothers and promised to fulfill any request. The young man accepted the 10 million as a token of gratitude and declared he would use it to build the world's largest business empire, starting with forex trading. Others warned him that forex was too risky and required massive capital. But he insisted on going long on the US dollar. 3 days later, just before the market closed, a major announcement triggered a massive surge, exactly as he predicted. The next day, at the trading hall, he ran into his ex-girlfriend and the rich heir again. They mocked him, saying a delivery worker didn't belong there and even tried to have him kicked out. At the critical moment, the Su family's young lady arrived and declared him her investment advisor. The rich heir challenged him. If he could double the money, he'd pay him millions, but if not, he wouldn't get a cent. The young man accepted. When trading began, everyone doubted him, especially as the market initially dropped. People mocked him relentlessly, but he remained calm, waiting for the turning point he had foreseen. The rich heir and his cheating girlfriend kept mocking him, but he remained calm. Soon, the market surged, bringing him over 100% profit, leaving them all shocked and hanging their heads in shame.